Hello everyone. So in this video we're going to be going over the order of operations. So if you were in class today or you remember this from before, you probably don't need to watch the whole video. However, I would recommend it as it's a good way of just reviewing and making sure we're on the same page. So the order of operations you probably learned as PEMDAS. So I can go ahead and put a P right here if it helps some of you. But I actually like to think of it as GEMDAS, and that's because for the G or the P, it's not just parentheses. Although it often is parentheses, sometimes this ends up being brackets instead or some other grouping symbol. So I think it's easier to think of it as GEMDAS and just remember this is any operations that are in a group, such as this 1 plus 3 up here in parentheses. Then of course you've got exponents. That's something raised to a power, right? So when we have a little number like this, here we've got an exponent right up here, this 2. Then of course multiplication / division, another very common operation. Remember that multiplication can look like two numbers next to each other, right? So in this case we've got 5 times 1 plus 3. So there's multiplication there. And then of course addition and subtraction. And we've got an example of addition up there. So this is the order of operations. And I'm just going to go ahead and walk us through solving this expression and simplifying it down. So let me clear off some space here. So the first step is always to do all of the operations in grouping symbols, usually parentheses. There's only one set of parentheses here, and that's the 1 plus 3. So that's the first thing we're going to do. The 5 stays where it is. The 1 plus 3 is of course equal to 4. Everything else stays the same. So the squared symbol carries down, and we don't forget the plus 4 at the end. Now, the next step, I'm just going to draw this line down here. The next step is exponents. So where are the exponents in this? There's only one. It's 4 squared. Now it's important we do this exponent before we do 5 times 4. So we do 4 squared, that is 16. We don't forget that there is a 5 in the front, and in order to remember that this isn't 5 times 16, we'll put the 16 in parentheses, plus 4. So now we have 5 times 16 plus 4. Well, now we do multiplication. What are we multiplying in this case? 5 times 16. That is equal to 80. You can do this on a calculator. And we don't want to forget the 4 at the end. And then the last step, all addition and subtraction. We only have one addition problem that we need to do, 80 plus 4. And so we get the answer, 84. So this is how you would simplify an expression using the order of operations, making sure you do all parentheses and other grouping symbols first, then do the exponents, then multiplication, and then addition and subtraction. The most common mistake here is that people want to multiply these two numbers before they do the exponent. But this squared symbol is only on the 4, and we always do exponents before we do multiplication and division. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment in Google Classroom or send me an email, and have a great rest of your day.